Solving systems of linear equations by substitution. And this is part 2. Okay, here we have two linear equations that make up a system of linear equations. We have y equals 3x as an equation, and 2x plus y equals 15. That's also an equation. We know that when we solve for system of linear equations, what that really means is we are finding the point of intersection between these two lines. So when you look at these lines on a graph, and what you're looking for is the point of intersection, which we know is made up of an ordered pair x comma y. Okay, so again, another way you can look at it is when you solve for system of linear equations, you're finding out what the value of the variables are. You're solving for both variables. In this case, the variables in our equations we have a y and an x in both. And we're using substitution. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to solve for one variable and plug the value for that variable into the other equation. Okay, let me explain. This top equation already has y solved for. It's y equals something. Down here, you have two variables on the same side of the equation, so neither variable is solved for yet. So what we're going to do, since y equals 3x, we're going to use that value, 3x, and plug it in or substitute it in to our other equation. Okay, again, we're just looking at y equals 3x. All right. So since y equals 3x and we have a y down here, we can just plug in 3x down here. All right. So let's do that. We're using this equation to plug it into the second equation. So let's recopy the second equation. 2x plus y equals 15. All right. And we know that y equals 3x, so now let's plug in 3x to y. Let me recopy this with a plug-in. 2x plus, all right, we know that y is 3x, so let's plug it in, equals 15. Okay? Let's further solve. We can combine these like terms. A 2x plus a 3x is 5x equals 15. All right, further solve for x. Divide by 5 to get rid of it. Whatever you do to this side, you have to do to this side. These 5's cancel out, and you're left with x equals 15 over 5, or 15 divided by 5 is 3. So now we found one variable. We found the value of the variable x equals 3. Okay, but we haven't finished solving the system of equations because we don't have the value for y yet. We only have the value for x. And again, when you look up here, we have an x and a y. Okay, now that we know that x equals 3, we can take this and plug it in to one of our equations up here. All right, it doesn't matter which equation you choose to plug in x for, but let's keep it easy for ourselves. And we might as well plug it into this one up here. All right, because we're looking for the value of y. We have y equals 3x. We know that x equals 3, so let's plug it in. All right, we're going to move down here. Let's recopy our equation, y equals 3x. And again, we're just now plugging in this value that we found. We found that x equals 3, so we're plugging it in for x. So now y equals 3 times 3, y equals 9. Now we have solved for both of our variables. So our ordered pair, our solution to this system of equations would be, we know that it's made of an x comma y, and x equals 3, and our y equals 9. There's my answer.